Alan, a much better performance, but unfortunately we only picked up a point.
Frustrating, Ray. It really was, because we created enough today and it was much more on the front foot, like how we like to play, and we created a good few opportunities, but they just seem to be snatching at things or making the wrong decisions at this moment in time. And we got in some great positions, 2v1s, and that's it, but it was just that final little bit, and I think it typified was when Jas has played the ball through to Hayes, saying Hayes would have normally took that and tucked it away. He's tried to rush it and end up taking too heavy of a touch, and that probably summed the whole lot of our attacking intent up, because everything was really rushed. But I would say the lads at the back defend, especially the two centre halves, and Nathan to come in from the cold, thought they'd done exceptionally well. And Tommy, probably best game he's had for a long time. Not his saves as such, it was more his command of his area and his starting position. I thought it was spot on today.
Yeah, you had to change things pretty swiftly before the game there, didn't you? 15 minutes before kick-off, White's pulled out.
It just seems to be a recurring theme. It's normally been happening during the game, but this happened even in the warm-up. So every game we seem to be having to change things after you start something and plan for something, and that's why I've got to give massive props to Nathan, because he stepped in and I thought that was his best game for a long time now. He come in full of confidence. And then I think, obviously, he had a little bit of news at Sunderland that he's not getting kept on, so that probably knocked him a little bit. But we've took him out the firing line, brought him back in. And I thought he was back to his normal self. Yeah.
First half, we had some lovely chances, didn't we? Ken Felix hit the base of the post on another day that would have gone in off, and Alex Purver had one cleared off the line, and Jacob Blyth put one over the top from a good position.
Seems to be like that at the minute, didn't it, as you say, you know what I mean? And them had a shot that looked as though it was going 10 yards over, and all of a sudden it dipped and hit the bar. So it was a very open game, I would say, because both teams wanted to win it, but I think they certainly didn't want to lose it by the looks of it. And Blyth were causing a little bit of problems with the pace on the counter-attack, and they keep the ball, but it didn't really cause for too much problem. I thought we dealt with it really well, considering we only had the two in midfield against their three. I thought the midfield done well. Jared tucked in fantastically out of possession, and then it was just that final bit for me. We were just not enough quality and composure at this moment in time.
Yeah. Do you think there's still a bit of pressure on the lads? Do you think they're feeling it just a touch?
I think results will tell you that's exactly what it is. Unfortunately, we want the 3 points. I'm not going to shy away from that, and it wasn't good enough to get the 3 points today, unfortunately. And everyone must be feeling the same, because you've just told me that we've gone up to fifth, which is baffling. It really is baffling, because like you said, normally when you're not winning games you normally drop down the league, but for some reason we're clinging on in there. So everyone seems to be in the same boat at this moment in time, and nerves is a funny thing in football, and emotions is a funny thing in football. People forget about that. It's not about pressing the button and he does this and he does that. Emotions and nerves deal with a lot of it in football, and them things you can't control, unfortunately. It's just what's done on the pitch, and the lads give me everything today. I thought they worked extremely hard. I was relatively pleased with how I thought Jake Lawler, by the way, was outstanding again. He's back to his best again. He come out, the team wanted to take him out. He was carrying a niggle and he's playing through niggles, and when that kid's in his game, there's not many better centre halves in the league than him. And Jas today, superb. So them two, we'll love it when them two are in there, because it gets you up the pitch as well. So as I say, there's some pleasing aspects of it, but disappointing that we never got the 3 points that was required. But again, somehow we've moved up a place.
So it's Bradford on Monday, and obviously it's a must-win game without a doubt, isn't it?
We've been saying it for 6 games now. It's must win, and every game's a must win. We want to win every game, and it's not through the want to try, and that's a certainty. And it's just, this is football. You know, like I said, emotions and stuff like that, deal with it, and nerves. And I was watching the lads today, and it was just full of rashness in that final third, because we were desperate to get the goal. It's not as if they're not trying, they're working their socks off, but I said to them, if they play like that, if they attack with that intensity, with a bit more composure and just, better decision making, they'll win the game on Monday. But we need to bring that and more on Monday, and we've got to keep the fans behind us. Yes, they'll be frustrated again because we haven't won the game, but we've still moved up a place, and that's the strangest thing. I've heard people say that this league's poor, but it's the total opposite. You look at how many teams can keep challenging for these playoff places, and who's beating who. That's why it is what it is. It's so difficult to get out of this league, and top teams still getting beat. It's just, as I say, it's a really tough league, this, because if you're not at it, if you're a little bit nervous, you can get turned over. The secret is to stop losing them.
And hopefully we overcome those nerves and beat Bradford on Monday.
Yeah, as I say, we'll need the fans, we'll need them there in fine voice, and they've been fantastic. And they'll be getting frustrated, as much as frustrated as I am. They're probably frustrated with me. But listen, this is football. We've got to try and deal with this. I feel it as much as what them do, and get frustrated with it. But we've just got to believe in these lads. We've just got to keep believing in them, because they've worked their socks off to get to where we are. And we want to make sure we finish in the playoffs and give the fans something to shout about.